This is Algebra 1, and our lesson is on central tendency. First thing we're going to talk about is a stem and leaf plot. And that's just a way to arrange your data so that you can see it easily. You can see where the trends are. So what you want to do is you want to decide what your stem and leaf plot looks like. So on the left side is going to be our stem, and that's going to be the first digit or first several digits of your data. On the right is going to be the ending digits of your data. So for our first one, it looks like we go from, the smallest one is 15, it looks like the largest one is 49. So I think I'm going to go with tens. I'm going to start, my stem is going to be at 10. Let's go ahead and do that. So I'm going to do tens, 20s, 30s, 40s. I think that should cover it. Then you start with your smallest number. I have 15 right here. So it's a 1 and a 5. It doesn't look like I have any more in the 10s. So I'm going to go to my 20s. It looks like we have 24 as our smallest. So I'm going to put a 2 and a 4. And then it looks like we're going to go to 27. So right beside it, I don't need a comma or anything. I see a 27. I have another 27, so I need another 7. And does that take care of the 20s for us? And now it looks like we're going to 30s. The next number is 33. So I'm going to add a 3 here. Then 36 it looks like. So I'm just going to put a 6 right beside that. And then next number looks like 42. Followed by 46, 48, and 49. Okay, and then at the bottom you have a key. And because, like I said, you can start your stem different ways, we're just telling the person, if you look at our stem and leaf plot, the left side is a tens, the right side is a ones, so 2/7 is going to represent a 27. And you can see the data is heavier on the bottom, so that's an easy way to see that. Okay. Oops, I wanted to show you one more thing. I wanted to give you an example where maybe you want to start with not just the tens, but the hundredths. So this one, the numbers are pretty big. So I think I'm going to start with 27, looks like my smallest one. So my stem is actually going to be 27. And I don't want to have to do 28, 29 because they're pretty big. Whoops, I was wrong there. It looks like my smallest number is 100. Let's start with a 10. So we're going to start with our smallest number is 10. Again, I don't want to go 11, 12, all the way to 27. So I think I'm just going to go ahead and jump to 27. The next smallest one looks like it's going to be 36. And then 42. Okay, now the only one that starts with 10 is my hundred. So I'm going to go ahead and enter that. And this time my leaf is going to, again, just be the ones place. My 27 looks like I have a 9 and a 6. So I'm going to put the 6 and I'm going to put my 9. I think that takes care of the 27s. 36 looks, oops, no, I missed a 27, didn't I? Let's go ahead and add that in. There was a 27 with a 0, and then a 6, and then a 9. I think we got them all now. So our 42s, oops, our 36, looks like we're going to put a 4 there. And then our 42s, we have a 1 and a 3. So in our key, we're showing them that the 10, the first two are the first two digits. So a 10/0 is going to represent 100. Okay, I wanted you to see one like that. All right. Now, what is central tendency? Is a number that can be used to represent a typical number of a data set. And there's different ways you can choose which number you want to use to represent your data. And the first one is the mean, the average. And what you do is you add up your numbers and divide by the number of numbers you have. Maybe you want the median. The median is just the number in the middle. Okay, just like I think of the median of the highway as the middle of the highway. The mode is the number that you see most frequently, and the range represents the difference between the smallest and largest value. Let's practice a few of those. Okay, so I was going to do this in class with you and ask you your age, and since I can't do it on video, I just grabbed some students' age. So we're going to find the mean, median, mode, and range of the ages of the students in our class. All right, so first thing, let's order them from smallest to largest. Looks like the youngest kid in our class is 11. And then we have no 12-year-olds. It looks like, oops, and they did arrange it for us, so it saves us some work. If you get a raw set of data, you're going to go ahead and just arrange it from smallest to largest. They saved us some time. All right, so let's go ahead and add those numbers together. So it looks like we have 11 plus 13 plus 13 plus 14 plus 14 plus 15 plus 15. How many 15s? We have 4 15s. Let me add a couple more in there. 2 16s. And it looks like we have an 18-year-old in our class. It's quite a range. Okay, so I added those together and I got 175. And how many kids in our class? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. It looks like there's 12 kids in our class. So 175 divided by 12. And the mean, the average age of our class is going to be 14.58. Okay, that's our mean, our average. All right, took care of that. Let's do our median. Our median's in the middle. Did we say we have 12 students? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Yeah. So we're going to go 6 on the lower end, 6 in the upper end. So our median is right there in the middle. And because those two ages are the same, if you have two different ages, you want to add them together and divide by 2 and find what the middle of them. Since we have the same one, we're just going to say that our median is going to be 15. You count from beginning to end and you find the very middle. If it's an odd number, you choose that number. If it's an even number, you add those two together and divide by 2, and that'll show you your median right in the middle. Last one is mode. What's the most common age of our student? Looks like we have 2 13-year-olds, 2 14-year-olds. Looks like we have 4 15-year-olds. That's going to be our mode. The most common age of the students is 15. And the range, again, is the difference from the oldest student to the youngest student. So it looks like our mode is going to be 7. All right. All right. And here's one we're going to do in class. Okay, last one I talk about is called a box and whisker plot. First thing you want to do is order your data from least to greatest, unless they do that for you, which is nice. Then you want to divide it into the lower and upper half. We're going to find the median, just like we did with the ages of the students in our class. We have a lower half and an upper half using our median. And now we're going to divide the lower half, and then we're going to divide the upper half. We're going to find the median of the lower half and the median of the upper half. That's called the lower quartile and the upper quartile. And then we're going to plot the median, the quartiles, the lower and the uppers, and then the lowest number we have, the highest number we have. And then we're going to draw a box between the quartiles with a vertical line going through the median, and then we're going to add our whiskers. Our whiskers are going to come out the ends, and that's going to touch our lowest value and our highest value. It's a nice visual to see where your data is. So let's go ahead and try it. So the first thing we have to do is arrange our data from smallest to largest. It looks like our smallest number is 11. And then if we were in class, you would tell me where my mistake is. I made a mistake already right there. 9. 9's our smallest, then 11. And then it looks like it's, whoops, I missed an 8 too. I'm missing all of them. Okay, then we're going to 14. We'll just fix it if I mess up here. 14, next number it looks like is 17. A little sloppy. Okay, and I got the 8. 23, is that what we're looking at? Looks like 23 is our next one. 29. Looks like we're going to go to 30. And I got that 23 right. Yes, it looks like we have 2 32s. And the last thing we want to talk about is a 39. All right. So again, we're going to find our median right in the middle. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 pieces of data. That means we're going to have a 5 in our lower, right here. That's our lower half. And we have 5 in our upper half. That's right there. And so it means 23 is our second quartile or our median. So 23 goes in the middle. And then we want to find the middle of our lower half, and there's 5, so there's 2 below it, 2 above it. It looks like 11 is our median of our lower half of our data, so that's our lower quartile. And we want to find the middle of our upper set, which is right here. There's 5 pieces, so 2 below, 2 above. So our upper quartile is 32. Our smallest number we found was 8. Our largest number was 39. Now let's go ahead and draw our box and whisker plot. So we're going to start at 11, right here. That's our lower quartile. We're going to go all the way up to 32 for our box. And then we draw a line through our median, which is 23, right there. Okay, now we're going to draw our box. It's not always going to be a perfect one. Doesn't mean you're going to have the same amount below and above. Okay. And now we're going to draw our whiskers in. Our lowest number is 8. I'm going to find 8 on here. Looks like it's right about there. And our highest number is 39. It goes up to here. And then we're going to draw in our whiskers. And that's called a box and whisker plot. Okay. Obviously, you won't be doing this on Schoology, but I'm going to give you a box and whisker plot, and I'm going to ask you questions about it. Please let me know if you have any questions, and have a good day. Thank you.